It's time here on the Free Rider 1959 channel to install some LED lights on the bike. Here's the package. I don't even know if it's the right thing. I have to find that out. Alright, so far so good. We've got the lights themselves. And then it was recommended that you get these extensions. And I'll put the links in the description. But I got these through Amazon, or as I like to call it, World Domination. And what do we have here? We have the LED lights themselves with the 3M backing. And more extension cable. This appears to be the splicer. We have a remote control. And a wireless, because you've got a million choices here. And ooh. There are your directions. Where? Whoa. There you are. Okay, let's take the seat off. Now, at least with the Kawasaki Ninja, these pieces will open up, and then there'll be an Allen wrench screw to remove the seat, and we've got to repeat the process on the other side. This is when you're removing this bolt to get the seat off, is to not drop it, which I've done, and it disappears into the body of the bike. And lost one, couldn't find it, had to order new. Finally started the bike up, revved it, and it dropped out. So don't do that. And now we're gonna take the seat off, and the whole point to that endeavor is to get at the battery. Funny part about wiring diagrams is that they actually get men to finally read directions. Oh, and I should have issued the standard warning that I am not a DIY guy. Ooh, creepy serial killer. But anyway, I managed to build that trailer, but anytime I do DIY, I'm like, all right, it's going to take 5 times as long as normal people. So it's a simple installation. It's the execution that's going to be tough. Now, easiest part here is, you know, we've got our positive, negative, and our Bluetooth controller and its connection. So we've got to get that mounted to the battery, attached to the battery, and then that this small unit. Obviously, easy part here. Loosen the screws. Red to positive, black to negative, typical stuff. You've got your Bluetooth box fitting down here, sticking somewhere with double-sided adhesive tape. Easy, easy, right? Here's the hard part. Is, and that's the connector, but we've got to figure out where we're going to route that and then start placing our lights. Now the lights themselves come as individual strands, and I guess this is kind of where the artistry comes in as to where you're going to place them. First, before we do anything, we need to test that these work. Really nice. Oh yeah, that'll not help. Back it up, kids. It'd be amazing what parts you find when you look. This actually needs to go here. I could have just hooked it to the battery like I did, but well, let's do it. Set them up right. Don't half-ass it. Set them up right. Don't half-ass it. And I don't know if this is going to focus or not, but trick here so I don't bore you, just carefully peel back the 3M tape so that you're pulling the cover off and not the actual tape itself. Okay, so feed the line back up through. What I've done here is, okay, just the very beginning of the opening, and then line it up with these 2 screws. And place it. Rub it in there. Now I've cleaned the surface. I actually did Armor All while I was down here. Clean the surface, press it in there. And of course, nothing like Texas heat to warm up the tape first. And a 1, and a 2. We've got 6 more to do, kids. If you're keeping score on the rear set, I fed them through okay on the Kawasaki 2012 Ninja ZX. I put it through here. Okay, plans are to put a set front tire right about there. Snuck the cable over the radiator. I've had to remove this screw on the fairing and just pull it back a little. You can't really see in there, but I'm going to try to grab that wire. I've got one of these handy dandy grabber tools, and I have it. We're going to try to do the wiring with a minimal amount of fairing removal. And then again, you may just need to remove some parts. Handy dandy suggestion. Temporarily tape the light in place, because as you start to wire it back, and this is the reason why they suggested getting extensions, is we're going to try to get this all the way back to there. You need the light in place so you know how much excess cable you have. Let's get this bad boy to where I can work on it. See? Catch the other one, don't roll back. So I've got them all wired now. And walk around and they're all functional. So, a little cable management, some zip ties, the fairing back, put the seat back on. And let's cycle through the various modes. Oh yeah, that's good for riding. That'll be safe. There's one option there. Oh yeah, there we go. Complete light show.
And that concludes our broadcast day.
Like and subscribe.